I do it is this way. I have my gear in the studio, and in recent years, I have an Angle Inferno Marty Friedman signature amp, of course, and I have my tech turn the knobs until it sounds like something I'm going to play with. You know what I mean? I'm not a knob turner. I don't know the theory behind what makes tone work, and I have a lot of admiration for guys like Steve Vai and Devin Townsend and probably most guitarists in the world who are really, really wired for that in their brains, and they love working with pedals and love exploring those things and get so many great things out of it. I don't have that chromosome. So what I do is basically round up the most gear I can possibly get into the studio, have the tech, have things set up for the part that I'm playing. So like what I'll do is I'll walk into the studio, play the part that I'm going to do. Okay, here's the solo I'm going to do, or whatever part it is, rhythm, clean, whatever. Then he'll like turn knobs, and then I'll try it again. Oh yeah, it sounds good. Sounds great. Let's do it. And this happens for every single part of every single song that I've done on every single album that I've ever released. So, to go back and even ask me what settings I used last week, I wouldn't be able to tell you. As you can tell by my playing, I get my expression and just from the content and the notes. And there are probably a million guys out there who can get much, much better tone than I can. And that's totally fine, and I envy these guys a lot. I don't have the time for that or the ability. By the time I dialed something up myself, I would just say, fuck this, I don't want to play anymore. I really, really don't have that patience. I just want to play. I want to make music when I feel like making music. I don't want to, well, maybe it needs a little more 3 dB in the low end. I don't want to know about that stuff at all. And that's why there's professional techs who are great at that. And I just love surrounding myself with people with that talent. And so when I'm in the studio and live, my tech for live is a great guy. Hopefully he's watching, a guy named Alan Sosa. And he just dials me. And the longer that, you play with the same guy, you start to have this Ishin Denshin in Japanese. You just kind of read each other's minds. And even as I'm playing, Alan is like turning up certain elements of the gain, certain elements of the treble and EQ. And I've got a pedal called this thing I use, auto filter from Maxon. And there's really not a whole lot of adjustments to do. But anyway, he does it while I'm going. So in other words, I can't give you an answer for that. But what I can tell you, settings are not that important. They're really not. If what you're playing is what you feel like playing, of course, settings will make you sound better if you have that talent and ability or someone to do it, of course. But I think content is, 日本語は最優先なんですけど, top priority is content. And then if you have that talent or ability to discover sounds, it's a talent I wish that I had. Turning pedals until they get that sweet spot, and it's really, really a nice thing that I admire a lot of people. And I'm not inspired to do that.